Hi everyone, it's the BSV bulldozer. Kapow! Sorry, I don't really have the energy to do my normal kapow. This video is going to be called How to Trigger a BSVer. Am I really posting this video? Look, I love you guys, but I just want to get this message out there so you know that maybe you need some work. Maybe you need to do some work. So here it is. I have said this a few times on various social media, and the absolute vitriol that I've been met with when I've said this thing is unbelievable. And I think it speaks to something in the mindset of these people. What I actually think is that it tells me that these people aren't really Bitcoiners. There's something that they haven't realized. They think they're Bitcoiners, but they're not. They're still fixated on price, right? And here it is. I think BTC will still go to $1 million. And I actually believe that. And I'm a BSVer, the true Bitcoin. And this thing that is a piece of garbage called BTC will one day be sold on exchanges for $1 million US. Now, how is that, right? And all the arguments will come out. Oh, the mining fee will no longer be there. The subsidy will no longer be there. BTC will face imminent death, chain death, because there'll be nothing to support it in terms of price. Yada, 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 yada. Now, BTC is a massive scam. We all know this. But the degree of this scam, I don't think people really appreciate. I'm going to produce a video at some point, maybe, on my top 10 scams in history. And I'm considering not just BTC, but crypto in general, the whole thing, to date at least, as one of the biggest scams in history. I'm not sure if it will. There are so many things in there that I would consider scams, right? And I don't want to give my top 10 scams yet and any indication of what they are, because they might surprise you, right? But crypto as a whole is a scam that keeps giving. It keeps giving to criminals. So governments are involved in this. They like this scam. That's why it hasn't been regulated. But if regulations come through, it won't apply to them. It'll apply to us. They'll regulate the scam in favour of them so that they can do more scammery. The ETFs are just more scam on top of scam. More hypothecation of Bitcoin. More stuffing around the everyday person. And it is them, via the back door, getting access to people's pension funds. So when I say BTC will go to $1 million, I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm saying it's an utterly shit thing, right? And when it reaches that $1 million mark, I'll be able to say this. BTC is worth, well, when I say worth, it's not worth, but you can buy it, or people will buy it, for $1 million. And what does it do? Absolutely fucking nothing. BTC, in conjunction with Tether, is a complete representation of where we've got today with the fiat currency system. It's value on top of nothing, on top of nothing, on top of nothing. It's a house of cards that should fall apart. But the people that have the house of cards, that have made the house of cards, can control whether that falls apart or not. So they'll give the indication that it falls apart. It'll look like it falls apart. If they choose to, at some point in time in the future, if the whole monetary system falls apart, right, people will say, oh my God, how did this happen? And it'll look organic, but it'll be all scripted. And those that have done the pulling of the rug, the destruction of this house of cards, the toppling of the house of cards, they will have scooted off with real assets. They'll be immune from it. They'll have done it deliberately, and then they'll usher in their new monetary system, all the digital stuff, all the technocratic stuff, right? So if you're a BSVer and somebody says to you, I think BTC will one day be worth $1 million, in quote marks, worth $1 million, and it triggers you, just remember what I've said. What I'm saying is that it's a lot of crap and it'll go to $1 million. Now, those people might actually think it's really valuable and it'll go to $1 million. If it triggers you regardless of the case, my conclusion is that you're not really a Bitcoiner. You're not seeing Bitcoin for the value that it can actually provide. You're not seeing the utility factor. You're just seeing pump and dump, right? So that's my video. Did I rile any feathers? I love doing that. Bye for now.